Hi, yeah. So I think last time we have checked with multiple HTML document, right? Sorry, elements, like which we saw some attribute as well, right? For their attribute, what all attributes are there for each of the elements, and we tried exploring those elements, right? Creating drop-down labels, input text box, and all, right? So which is used for multiple like places in our form creation or table creation or displaying the data on the UI screen, right? So I think those all things we have gone through, correct? Okay, so some of the attributes also we have checked with like class ID, style, source, alt, href, and all those some attributes. Okay, so today what I have done, I have created one document based on each element. Like some categories of elements are there. Like element in the sense like we have input, that is one element. We have paragraph, we have h1, we have image, we have checkbox, select drop down, and yeah, I mean, these all things are there. So based on each elements or group of the element, what and all complete attributes are available for those element. So categorize. So let's suppose now tomorrow if you are going to use input, so if you are using input means you should understand like, okay, what and all attributes are available for the input, like name attribute, placeholder attribute, type attribute. So these are the attributes which is available for that input. So complete attribute list you should get to know, so that you can apply and you can get the things done. Okay, so in that sense only I have created one docs. Okay, so this is the one which I have created. I pasted in my this one only. Okay, so yeah, so first we are going for global attribute. Global attribute means which can be used for any of the element. Like it's not specific to some element. It's like a global. So these are attributes are available for all the element. Like see, normally class. Class by we use already we have discussed in the last class. Like if you want to give group styling to the group of the element, then that time you can use class attribute, right? One is data attribute. The data attribute is what? Whenever you go for providing dynamic data to the in some element, like something will be there, like your data source will be some array. So from array you want to pass that data to display the list of the data. So that time we will use data attribute. Okay, data with hyphen means what attribute you are to give. Like means the list should be of name or of ID or of anything. So those all things will be provided as data attribute. So this is not that level of important because we want to use more hidden. So one attribute is called hidden attribute. Hidden attribute is nothing but it's like a element will be there, but it will be hidden. So you can see the space occupied by that element, but it will be hidden. You won't see the content of that element. So in the sense, I'll just try to mm, okay. So this is that README file which I have done it. Okay, let's go for I think batch API, right? Okay. So here we are going. So once we run this at open with this server, you can see like all the things, right? But let's suppose I wanted to hide h1. Okay, h1. So I'll just write hidden. Okay, let's try with hidden. Now you can see there is no h1. See, before hidden you can see there is a h1. Okay, what is happening? Why is it going down? Ah, yeah, it came down. So see, first h1, right? So I'll just write here, welcome to HTML CSS h1 tag, so that we'll get to know like whether it is getting hide or not. Okay. So now once I apply this hidden, now see it has gone. That element has gone. Now if I try to inspect and check whether that element is present or not, so you will see still we have that h1 tag, but it is hidden mode, right? It is in hidden mode. So hidden mode is nothing but like it's a hiding the things, like it won't be available. So this hidden property is nothing but it's like a display none, means don't display it. Okay, do not display that element on the UI. Okay, So it is like moved from the document DOM element. Okay, so it will move from the DOM, so it won't be displayed. So that is one property we can provide. So sometimes it happens like this type of scenario when you need like before like getting real content from the database, you wanted to display like okay loader or loading. Something will be there. No? When you open any website, there will be automatically loading dot dot dot. Something will be there. So that might you will show till the data is not coming. Till the data is not there, till you will display that loading. Suddenly, if the data comes from the database, then loading will vanish. That whatever name is there, loading dot dot dot, that will vanish and you will see the actual data, right? So to do that type of features, we will use in place of this welcome to this one, we can write here loading. Or you can attach here image and there we can write normally we won't write hidden false, normally we write hidden false, so it will be hidden false. Then using JavaScript, once the data fetch is happen, API call is happen, getting the data, then what we'll do, we'll try to make this h1 as hidden true. So after data will come, then it will become hidden true, so it will hide this loading and actual data will display on the same place. Okay, so that is called hidden property. Okay, next we'll go for ID property. Already I told you ID means to a specific element, each element if you want to give some specific ID so that you can do a styling or you can get the data from there, so that we are going for ID. Style property is nothing but giving a style. That day we checked, if you write the style we can give some color, background color, all those things in each element of the data, right? Each element we can give proper respective styling, so that we saw. Title is nothing but it's a tooltip, means let's suppose you are creating one what I can say like one text, but you are not writing complete information and you wanted to give like okay, if someone will over on that mouse over, then it will display the detail of that. Like sometimes it happens in some government website, you will see there will be writing the short form of anything, like let's suppose ATM they have written, but ATM we don't know what is ATM, means what is full form of ATM. This just write ATM, and if you over on that ATM, it will show one a small tooltip on top and it will tell like automated teller machine, right? So it's like a full form giving that. So it's like a giving you more extra information about that text. So let's try it out and let's see whether it's happening or not. Even I didn't try it now. Okay, let's check with that. So let's suppose I'm just writing here h1 as loading. Okay, and we'll just try to give title as it's a no data text, something I'm writing. Means this loading is nothing but it's a there is no data, that's why it's displaying this text. This loading, something I'm writing the message. So let's try to save and let's try to check it out. Okay, so I'll just wait. Okay, huh, see now if I do over, see if I do over, just now I did see it's showing, see it's showing it's a no data text, means it's giving some more information like okay, why this loader is there, because if till data is not there, this loader, this till tip will come, but in other place you won't able to see. Okay, so it's like giving more information about that respective element. Okay, understood? No, like if I'll write here ATM and I'll write automated teller machine, then you'll get to know okay, this ATM is basically automated teller machine. It's a full form or any description or something. What sometimes what I know, they'll give the description also, like a definition also of that ATM, like what is ATM about. So that will be helpful for our UI to people to get to know. Okay, and this type of things also can be done sometimes using, let's suppose, like I'll give you one more example. When you go for what I can say, like any input text box, and you are writing something like password you are setting, right? And that password you are writing some wrong password. So it will give you one small scenario like star special character should be one, uppercase should be one, this should be one, lowercase should be one. So that can be displayed as a tooltip also. So that you will get more extra information about that, right? So that type of place we can use this tooltip. Okay. Next, so these are applied for any of the element. It's not specific to some element. Any of the element which is available in the HTML, that is applied all these things. Now let's move on to form and input attribute. So form, so input element we have seen, text area we have seen, select we have seen, button we have seen, right? So to all these, what and all available attributes are there which are applied to all these things. So separately it is there. So one is accept. Accept is nothing but it's for image or some file upload. It's an input text only, like input type as file. Normally, if you go and write type as file, okay, I'll just go to here. I have one input, right? So it's a type as text, right? I think I will do like this, okay? Type as text. But if I write type as file, so what happens? Now see, if I write type as file, where is that? See, you have seen some other things, right? Seen some other things. So it should be clickable. I don't know. Maybe disable we have done, right? That's the reason it's not clickable. Now see. Now we can choose file. Correct. If I'll write only one thing, type as file, it became input text as choosing the file from the system, right? From your drive. So this choosing a file from your drive, it's looking very ugly, no? Like it's not looking proper one. But later what people will do using CSS, they will hide this whatever default design is there, and they'll just create one button or one link like upload the file, something like that they'll do. So that this will be hidden on the background and it will just written one button, upload the file, something like that. Okay, so that people will do, that is different scenario. Okay, now in this choose file, now it can choose any of the file. You can see it can choose a JPG, it can choose a README, MD file, zip file, JSON file, any file it can choose, right? Correct? So it can choose a PDF file also, it can choose a JPG file also, any file. But let's suppose I wanted to give some specific, like when you are going to upload your photo, then you want to ask people to upload photo as PDF. Always you ask a photo to upload by PNG or JPG. Right. So in that scenario, what we will do, we will use this accept, okay, as PNG. So now once I save it, now this file input, when I click that button, it will only fetch the PNG. It won't fetch any PDF and all. Okay. So now if you see, I'll just reload the page. And if I go here, you can see only the images can be shown. If I'll go to some PDF, let's try to PDF. Oh, nothing. I don't think so. Means it should not accept. I don't know why it's accepting. It should not accept basically. Let me check how to give that. Okay, one second. Maybe now it's correct only we are doing, but some miscommunication is there. Okay, dot PNG. Okay, so dot PNG. Let's see what is happening. If it is really working or not. See, all the hidden. See, all everything got hide, got blank, and only the PNG file got selectable. Other all are we can't select. Either JPG also we can't select, PDF also we can't select. Understood? So you should understand these all. Okay. So if you can make it this one, so if profile image is there, you can enable PNG or JPG. If you want to make more, then you can just write comma separated. Okay, comma separated dot JPG. Okay, I think so. That should be only there, but or else a space could be there. Okay, let's see. That's how we can give that. Let's see whether JPG is, see, now JPG also acceptable, PNG also acceptable. Got it? So this type of things will be used when you are going to choose a file, like input text type as file, and when you are making them to forcefully, like, no, you just accept this data type of data only, not like PDF. Or somewhere you will do like, let's suppose you wanted to upload the document or something, and you'll tell, no, you force them to upload PDF only. Right? So that type of attributes are available. Okay. Now next we are going for autocomplete. Autocomplete, I think it's for auto, I think enable or disable the autocomplete. Maybe I think this is used for whenever we try to, yeah. So I think you have seen some form where you will see like some form you will see like normal drop down is there, like 4 or 5 options are there, right? But some form you will see drop down will come, but drop down will have thousands of data in scroll manner. This much small only will be there, but in scroll manner. But with that you can search the text box. I think you have remembered when you will select some country name or a state name, You will click on that, and then you, if you type KA, then it will select Karnataka or something based on that. So that type of things is called as autocomplete. Okay, so autocomplete. So it's like a auto data will come. Okay, so something like that it is there, but I don't know how to do this. I'll check for later and I'll give you the solution. What is exactly this is? Okay, autofocus. So autofocus is nothing but it's used for the form. Like when you click on the input, like automatically it should get focus. So that is means like let's suppose if I do this, now you can see the first let me create the text box. Okay, input element. So I'll just make it as text. Text, there is no except, right? So I just made it a text. Now see, now I'll reload. Okay, now see, nothing is there here, no focus, just normal as it is, how it is. Now once I do autofocus, maybe it is having true or false, I don't have idea of that, but let's try. Okay, so autofocus, or maybe directly auto, see now. But seeing automatically the blue color came. It's like a, when we click something, then only focus will come to right. But on the page load only, it became focus. Like, okay, here, and automatically that cursor went there. But if I remove this autofocus, you will see there is no cursor. Like cursor means to type directly. So if I go there, nothing, no cursor is there, right? No, nothing is not telling to go and type first text box only, right? But if I click here, then it will become that autofocus. Once I click, then that enable will happen. But in when I write there autofocus, then what will happen? Automatically it will be autofocus. See, automatically it's came here only. It didn't came here. Directly it's redirecting me to here. So sometimes what happens, like when you go to any website and they will tell you like, no, first you have to fill this field only, or you have to start filling from this field and then go to other field. So the time they will do like, okay, they'll make some fields as autofocus, so that our mind will go there itself, focused. Okay, so that is one attribute. Okay, other attribute are, okay, checked. Checked is nothing but, I think I have not showed you the radio button and checkbox button, right? Radio and checkbox I have not shown you. Okay, let me create a radio button. Input checkbox. Okay, let me with name and ID as name. Okay, now let me make it one more. So it's age, age, something like that. Now you see on the screen there will be two checkbox, right? But here the name is not coming. Okay, let me check with value. If I'll give value, then I think might it come name. It should come the name. I mean, respective to that checkbox, name also it should come. Basically, that is our motto. Because blank checkbox we don't know, no, what is checkbox we are doing. Like sometimes we'll write, no, show me your 5 different hobbies or 5 different skills. So that time there will be C++, Java, and then you will do check, multi-select, right? That is called. So I think that time you will get it. I think it's not coming. Okay, what is that all about? Name, ID, value. Okay, value also not working. Okay, value as age. Okay, what will be this exactly? Checkbox. Mm, name I have written, ID I have written, value I have written. Anything is there like to create checkbox? Okay, let me see how to create the checkbox. Yeah, tell me. Ah, okay. Okay. Label we have to create. Label is required, means separate label it's asking for name, value, and separate label it's asking to do that. Okay, then it will display like it's a name or whatever. Basically, that is the point. Okay, so now it's showing, okay, this checkbox is for name. Okay, like skill will tell, no, this checkbox is for name, this checkbox is for Java, something like that it will tell, right? So it's telling me to do the label, right? So now you can see it's showing, okay, Java, you know the skills. Yes, Java, I know, C++, I know, something like that. So that is checkbox. So multi-select. When I change it, this one checkbox to radio button, okay, then it will become one select. Any one of them you can select, okay. And in that scenario, I think ID will be the same. ID will be skill. I think so. Yeah, ID will be skill. See, okay, let me see. Okay, name. I think radio hyphen button. Let's check with that. Okay, this is also not coming. Radio hyphen button. Or, okay, let me see that as well. I think we have to go for, okay, radio. It's a direct radio, not radio button. It's a direct radio. Okay, now you can see Java, either Java or either C++. There is different IDs, I think, or some values might be name as skill, skill. Let's see. Or maybe we have to do the value so that it will select only one. See, now it's selecting only one, right? So anyone, if whatever is selected, that value will be displayed as skills. Okay, so that type of things we will go like either male, female, or others will select. No, so in that time only one we have to select. So that type of things we will go for a radio button. Okay, so these are the things. So that attribute is applied for checked. Okay, disable. Disable means already you have seen, right? Disable means what is the disable attributes and all. Okay, max length. Max length means how much length of character it's required. Like let's suppose you are going to give for name field, you are going to give max length as 10 characters. So some person name, if maximum more than 10 characters, it won't allow. It will stop for there itself. I think you have also means saw like whenever you go and type the pin code of some in some place, and if you write like pin code as more than like 5 or 6 digit, I think 560035 something. So 6 digits more than that, then it won't allow you. It will stop there itself. Or if you go and type the number, phone number, so it will tell like okay, maximum length is only 10. So sometimes what happens, we try to write plus 91. So if you write 91, then what happens? 91 it will take, but last 2 digit will skip. Last year phone number main digit only it will skip. So you will get to know, okay, no, we have to not attach 91. We have to attach our actual 10 digit. So that max length and all, it will be provided. And mean length means minimum you have to provide this many characters. Like some places what happens, like you will feel some Unicode character means let's suppose Unicode you are writing. They'll tell no, you have to type 4 digit. 3 digit won't work. 2 digit won't work. It's like minimum you have to type 4 digit, or your password must be 8 digit or 6 digit, 6 character. So that type of place we'll write minimum length. If we make that minimum and maximum length as a specific number, then that will allow that number only. Okay, so let's try it out. So we have one text button, right? So here I'll just do min length equal to 2. Okay, means minimum 2 is required, or 4. Minimum 4 is required. So now see, now that we are not doing anything, means we are not typing any like validation or something. So if I type here 7 and I type, nothing is happening. So maybe on the click a button, it might show like, no, you have to type minimum 4 digit or minimum 6 digit. Okay, now let's make it as maximum max length as 5, something like that. Let's see what is happening. So max length as 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's not taking. 1000 to later also I'll type, it won't take. Because it said make forcefully like, okay, maximum length I can provide this much only. Okay, so that type of attributes are there. Okay, so that's why I told you thought to show you this one, because this will help you a lot in when I'll go for design. Now, when I'll tell you to design this, then you can able to design proper format. Okay. Now, multiple. Multiple is nothing but it's basically for the file wala. Okay, like multiple. When you do the multi-true, then what happens? Like some places you will see you can able to select only one file at a time. But some like place button, when you click that, you can select multiple file, not one single file. Like when you go and upload your document, like let's suppose they'll ask you to upload all your document from mark sheet, whatever the degree certificate, everything. So you will see on one click button only you can select multiple file, right? But sometimes they'll tell, look, no, you can select only one file at a time. So that type of things we can write multiple. Okay, it's for file. Okay, name is generally for the name given to that input field, like what name exactly we are going to provide. So that is simple name. Okay, next is pattern. Pattern is nothing but it's used for validation. Already I told you, right? In regex will be used for validating the number, payload, or something, right? So let's suppose if I write this pattern, and if I go here and I just in place of text is there, right? So pattern I'll write, and pattern I'll write for, okay, what pattern I shall write, something like that, A B C, means it starts with ABC. mm, okay, ABC, dot star, it should end with fly, ly, and dollar. Okay, and dollar, so it's end with ly. Okay, now let's see now if it is giving any error or anything. We'll see. Okay, so A, B, C. Oh, it's a 5 digit. Okay, but it's not giving now error, right? Because the error will give when we will write some button things and all. When we'll click button, some validation forcefully will write. No, that time we can get the error out of it. Or if you can see here, I think is it giving here or not? Any console? Ah, no, it's not giving anything now, right? But maybe yeah, we can use that as a pattern, means direct giving pattern to the input text box, like some validation purpose. Direct we can give pattern to that validation purpose. So that type of pattern, this one we can write it here. Okay. Or if I try some double quotes, maybe I only writing some wrong way. Who knows? Right. That time also can happen. Okay. Let's see. So if I'm typing outside, no, it's not giving any sensation. Okay, but it should give actually like a error kind of thing because it's not ending with ly. Right, basically that is the thing. So something like we can do later, maybe we can research on that, like how the pattern can be used. Okay, but basically you have to understand like pattern will be used for giving the validation direct to the text box. Okay, direct providing the text box. Okay, that is one thing. Okay, another thing is placeholder. So placeholder already I discussed. Either you create a label or else you write the placeholder, enter the name. So it will inside the text box, it will be placed as some gray wala color, and then once you click, it will vanish. Right? If you will start writing the name, it will vanish. So read only is nothing but it is like kind of disable, we can say, like whenever like you go for modify, and as I told, either you can do disable, means people cannot click or select or go over there, or else you can make it read only. So read only means the data will be displayed, but the data cannot be edited. Okay, now see this one. If I make read only, okay, and then now if I go here, I cannot select anything. It became read only, means no one can type here anything. It's similar to like disable type, right? So, so why the difference is disabled and read only means whenever you go and do the disable, then entire this color, everything will get changed. So instead of read only, if I write here disable. Now see how it became different color, it became, no? But when you do read only, it is still same things are applied like autofocus and all those will preserve. But even though that, it will be read only. Okay, it won't be freezed. Okay, so that is attribute for read only. Okay, required means it's like a making the attribute as mandatory. Like we'll tell, no, email name is mandatory to submit this form. So that time if you will write required, no, then if you want fill that data, then on click of button when you go for validation, that time it will display like, okay, this field is required field. You have to fill that form, that field. Okay, steps is define the steps interval for a numeric input. Okay, define the steps interval. So maybe I think we can define this in type as number. So when we go for type as number, so maybe we can tell like starts from, I think maybe that is the thing, I guess. So it starts from 5. Okay, let's suppose I'm just making it starts from 5 and I'm just making, but in place of that I'll just make it read only disable. Okay, now see if I'll do, it's starting from 5, right? It's not starting from 1. Normally it will start from 1. When we want to write this, okay, we can't do. When we want to write this, then normally it will starts with 1. See, but if you want to make this text value to starts with some number, then that time you can go for step. So it will start from that data. Okay. Type means already you know we have type as text, that is normal for any number. We have type that email. So if we write type as email, no, it will automatically like takes the email format only. If any other format you will write, it will not accept. Type as password. So if I write type as password, no, or now this is normal. Whatever we are typing, we are able to see, right? But when we do as type as password, whatever you type, you won't able to see. Now if I type anything, see, it became dot dot. So you won't able to see. So that is type as password. Type as number, you got to know what is type as number, means it will just accept the number data, right? Value, this value is very important. Why I'm telling value is very important for input field. Whenever you wanted to get the data from that text box, or when you want to set the data to that text box, you have to write something value as value in the value property. So what is that exactly means? Like see, now I have written type as let's suppose text, but now when you reload the page, you will see nothing has been written, right? Basically I have to write here, correct? But if I want to set by default I want to set some value over here. Okay, so by default if I want to set some value over here, then if I write here value as, let's suppose, and I have maximum length of 5, so I'll write some HORSE, horse, something like that, right? So now you see automatically horse is typed. You can change it, you can edit it, no problem. But by default on page reload, no, your value will be automatically written, like some default value is provided, right? So this type of things when you need, when you go for modify form. So in modify form, what will happen? Modifying form means automatically all the value will be set to the text box. Previous value, when you created that value, and when we click on the modify, that time automatically all the value will be set to that. So that will be done by value property. Okay, so these all properties, whatever you are seeing, no, these all property we can use JavaScript and we can set this. So later when I'll use JavaScript for dynamic HTML CSS, that time I'll be writing like getting the input text box dot value equal to horse. So that means you have to understand, okay, that value is nothing but attribute value and value as horse, but it will be done using JavaScript. Understood? It is done using JavaScript. So that is one thing you have to understand. Okay, so similar way we have table. So table has border. So normally table don't have border, right? So if you give border as some, like see, this table don't have border. Now if I give some border, now let's try to give some border. So where is that? Okay, so I'll give border as maybe true. I don't know what is the value we have to pass. See, yeah, it became border now. Understood? So that is the attribute. So multiple attributes are there now. See, cell padding. So cell padding is nothing but inside that box, table box, like whatever table each TD is there, no? How much spacing should be there? Now, if you see the table, it's very congested, the value. Like it's like a compact type. But when you give cell padding as some value like 4, 5 or 3 or 2, something like let's try to do. So we will try to give a TD cell pad as let's suppose 5. Just I'm giving for this one. Now see, yeah, something has got increased, right? I think something has got increased. It's not giving. No, something should be there. Okay, cell pad as I think 5 px. Maybe some value might be changed. It's not giving. Okay, let me. Or is it for? No, no. I think is it for not TD? I think it is for TR or what? Let's see what is happening. For which it is TR TD cell padding. One second. It's a cell padding, right? Cell padding will be given for. Okay, let me see what is there. Add space inside the table cell. Right, so maybe I have to provide for table or what? Let's try it out. See, yeah, provide table. So it has got a space for now it's looking more good than previous, like no compact kind of thing, right? So these all things are there. Cell spacing means or space between two table cell. Like now see, now there is a very less space, right? Between two table cell, there is very less space. Small space is there. But when I write this as cell spacing as 3, now you will see the space has got increased. See, the space has got increased between two cells. So to make more difference, I'll just write 10. Now see, the space has increased. So cell spacing. Column span. Column span is nothing but how many column is required for that definite cell. Okay, so column span. Row span is how many row a cell should span. Okay, how many column? Let's see. So how many column a cell should span. Okay, so let's go for TD and give column span as 5. Let's try what is happening. See, got it. So because I'm writing 5, no, so 5 means it maximum is 2. This maximum table data is only 2. So that's why it's giving to the last. If I'll write here, let's suppose I'll take one more, like I'll just write here one more, like address and age I'll do. Okay. So age here also I have to provide as age, right? So I'll just make it age, age. So I will write here, okay, Sandeep, address and age. So 29. Kulsum address as 20. Ganesh address as 20. Now, normally you can see there is a 20. So there is a three things. But I wanted to preserve name and address only name. Means I want to preserve address also in name. Means this name should take more space. Basically, I wanted to tell. So this column also it has to take because basically one is one column. No, this name is one column, address is one column, age is one column. But I want to tell okay, take the second column also for name. Basically, so what I'll do, I'll just try to make here also call span as 2. Right, call span as 2. Now see, name took both. Now for that reason we have to give call span as name 2. Okay. Oh, no, it's not happening. I think something happened. Maybe I'm only not doing correct. Okay. So in that scenario, I think, yeah, but I kept here TD as, yeah, I think column span as 2. Let's see. It's giving, right? It's giving. So now address became the second one. Right, so I think it was correct only. I don't know why. Maybe we didn't reload because of that reason or what. Or maybe I'm giving everything. Okay, it's not affecting maybe. Or only to some row it will apply for. Maybe all row means again it will become normal, no? Like all row means every row you are giving, then it is like one complete, it became one column, only became two column. So maybe because of that it's giving. So one column, yeah, one column maybe name first column, first row has got like two column, it's checking. So maybe something like that we can create. Okay. So that is one. Row span means two row it will take, definitely. So let's suppose I'll just make as th uh, row row span as, so maybe it will take two row. I don't know why it's not taking, but basically it should take, or maybe row span we have to give for tr, maybe I think tr, because it's a row, no, each row. So maybe that might be the thing. No, it's not taking. Something will be there. We'll see. More research we'll do later. Okay, so some here they will leave. Okay, no issue. Okay, now next is link. Anchor tag already we have discussed, or else link. Link is nothing but it's like a means what is that? Link means, let's suppose one CSS file you have created. Okay, and that CSS file you want to import in the HTML. So importing the HTML, that time we will use link tag. Okay, so I'll discuss link tag in the CSS class. Okay, so now normally A has href, already we know, right? Href means whenever whatever URL you can write in that href. That already one thing we know. Now target. Now whenever we click that href, now what is happening? It is leaving our page and it is going to that link, right? Generally what we did same thing, right? When we have anchor tag here, click me, and when I click here, now see our page vanished. Means same window got replaced with Google because URL was Google. But I don't want this because my page though has lost. My entire page has lost. So I want like this should open in the new tab. This should open in the new tab. Means if I click here, see you can see here http google.com. So if I click here, basically it should open new tab and there it should open whatever link is there. Okay, so in that purpose what we can do, we can write target property with blank or with self or with top, like where it should open. So when I write target property as blank, now see wherever I'll write href, okay, and now I write target as blank. Now what will happen? Now when I click the button, no, it will not replace my page. It will open new page. See, it's open new page, but our page is still there. Correct. Means we are opening new page. So that type of use for target blank. Okay. Relation is nothing but when you are trying to use the link and where you are trying to import, because multiple types of file you can import. Either you can import a style sheet, CSS file, or you can import a script file or any other file you can import. So different file will have different relation. So that time we'll give. Download means if you give the download button, when you click that button, then what happens? It will download the file. Okay, it will download the file. So let's suppose if I do their download, or I don't know, maybe some file path might we have to give. I don't know how to use that, but okay, let's see like further. Okay, I don't know how to use this download. Okay, okay. Now let's go for button. So button is nothing but disabled. So button can be disabled means it's not clickable. Basically, that is button. So we have already button, right? Somewhere I think. Okay, let's create a button here. Okay, so let's create a button and type button as click. Okay, so when we see here we have one button as click, so now we can click. right? So see, after clicking, what it's happening, it's showing like please match the format requested. Why it is showing match the format requested? Because we have the format of pattern. I told you, once we'll submit the form by clicking buttons and all, that time only it will do all those validation. So now if I type the validation as whatever we have written, so A, B, C, L, Y. Now let's suppose if I click the button. Now see, nothing happened. It's not showing any error. Correct, it's not showing any, it's reloading the page, that is different scenario. But it's not showing any error. Like, yeah, your format is not good. Now if I click, it will show the error. Format is not good. So understood now pattern how to use. Okay. Now we are able to click the button. Now if you want to make the disabled, then you can just write disabled. Okay. So you can write here button as disabled. Either you can write disabled equal to true or disabled. It will take by default true. Now see, now we can't click the button. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Ha ha ha. How one can get to know what the format means? Whenever someone is writing here something, like let's suppose I'm writing here H O. So on click of H or on click of O, there is an event called on change. So whenever we type anything on the input explorer, there is one event will get triggered. So I'll talk about that. Whenever we go for JavaScript, no. So whenever I write H, you will see some event will get triggered like H. The value will print console as H. Again, we'll write O, then value will print as O. So if you want to see, I'll just make it one thing. This is the text box, right? Now you won't be able to understand, but just I'm doing, okay? So on change. On change, we'll write, let's suppose I'm calling one function called function called on change, okay, something, and I'm passing the event E. Means you want to understand now what is exactly all these things, okay? But anyway, just to check, now I have written this. Now after form, I'll just write, because I have to include the JavaScript file, so I have to use a script, okay? And I'll create the function. So function as on change E, and then I'll write console.log, okay, E dot target dot value, okay. So I've written E dot target dot value, means E means event, whatever event has got captured. So basically event is nothing but it's a on change event, right? We are making on change event, means whatever we'll type that will create on change event. Then what we want the target is nothing but this input, right? And then the value of this. So what is the value? Value is horse. So basically whatever we type H, then it will provide as H. So now I'll deleting the value, okay. Now let's see. Now we are just writing this, okay. Now I'll do inspect console, nothing is there, right? Now let's make this. Able to see both the screen? Now see. Now when I type here, now see, okay, H. No, it's giving E is not defined, right? E is not defined. Okay, so maybe we have to provide event, but basically it should happen. Okay. See, now if I'll write here O, H O, whatever change will happen to this text box, that changes will come. R, H O R, S, H O R S. So each time the value can be taken. And that time what will happen with this value in this function, whatever we have collected the value, here only we'll try to write some pattern or some validation, okay? Or else in this place only pattern, we can write the, what is that? Some tooltip was there, no? Steps, no, not steps. What was the title? Maybe title. We can write a title and then we can write, okay, it should be in this format or something like that, right? It starts with ABC and ends with LY, something like that. Let's see, let's try what is happening. See, it's giving here itself, tooltip itself, right? So here might be we can write here some pattern and something we can do. Okay, something like that we can try. Okay, so that is used for that. Okay, so click is fine. Now another is okay. So button okay, button name disabled, type is fine. Okay, now it's a OL, UL and LI. OL, UL and LI will be used for when which scenario? So I'll tell you. OL, UL will be used for whenever you go to any website and you see there is a nav bar where you will be home, service, contact us, about us will be there on top row that is designed using OL, UL or L. But using CSS will make it like proper one. Now if I'll write OL, UL then it will come dot dot dot. Right, but my providing CSS we will make as dabba dabba box box style. Okay, but the main behind the scene the code will be OL. Got it? So this is used, OL is used for that scenario. Or else in some admin portal you will see side menu will be there. Side menu like home, something, log out or here there, side menu. So that also will be created using OL. Okay. So those attributes are type. So type. So generally type will be either like let's suppose order list is there. So order list, normally order list will start from 1, 2, 3, 4. Right. So if I'll make type as A, then it start from capital A, B, C, D. If I'll write type as a small a, then the order will start with a small a, b, c, d to z. If I'll write type as I, that will start with Roman number, like 1, 2, 2 means double 1, 3, 3 means triple 1, right? Triple I, that is Roman number. If I write I, then I don't know what will start. Got it? Means I'm just trying to say like this type we will define, then different numbering system you can apply. Okay, so that is used for type. Okay, let's try this, whether it's happening or not. Okay, so let's see where it is our OL. Here it is OL, right? So ordered list. Order list generally it is giving you, now we'll see, order list generally is giving you 1 and 2, right? Order has 1 and 2. So now let's try to do it. Type as, I'll do, what is that? I. Okay, now let's see. See, got it? If I'll write capital A. Starts with a B. Understood? Okay, so that is type. Okay, starts. It starts with what? Normally you are starting with A, but let's suppose you want to start with J or E or F. So you can just write start properties and you can just make it a start from J, E or whatever. Okay, if you want to make starting from the reverse, like from Z to A, so that time you can write reverse as true. Okay, so the numbering will start with reverse. Okay, that's it. I think that much is enough. Like these all attributes if you study, then in the upcoming designing the page or doing the page, that time you will understand, okay, what I have to use for this scenario, what I have to use for that scenario. Okay, so now next classes what we'll do, next classes we'll read some small CSS. Okay, we'll read some small CSS, whatever CSS we have kept here. Okay, so CSS, once we complete the CSS, then complete 5 classes we have to practice. Full 5 classes we have to, I'll display some design from Figma and that design we will try to create by ourselves. So in that I'll tell you what is the tricks and tips we can apply, like how we can start the design, what our thoughts should be, which is the grouping element, which is the this element, to design this, what element we need, what element we need here. So all those things we will discuss and we'll try to make our design proper. Okay, fine. So these are all the things are there. I think I have not, so okay, I'll just stop.